Shalom, everyone. I hope that you're doing absolutely fantastic on this Shabbat Shalom peaceful day. So if you are new, I am not churchy, but I could come across that way to you real heavy at times. It's just that I keep the Shabbat. If you don't know what that is, that's Hebrew for the Sabbath. I just keep covenant with Jehovah, and that's just me, who I am on this channel. Okay, and so I just get on here any old way, and it's just one of those kind of days. And I just got my head pulled back, and got a great big old ball of hair right here, so it is what it is. I did a really profound reading today. And if you missed it, please go watch it. It explained a lot to me, the mystery of why. And, you know, first let me just say, I've known some of the mystery, why certain things have taken place. But I didn't know what literally was the root of the reason for a lot of things that took place with me and children around my life, and why certain things were done or said because of what people were trying to hide. Okay. But you can't hide what is, this really bothered me. You can't hide what's been in secret, because everything that you and I do, Jehovah's seen it all. He really did. He's seen it all, people. And we don't get away with anything. And there is a space of time that when you find yourself going through something, that Jehovah will tap you on the shoulder and say, confess that thing to me, or do whatever you need to do to get it right with me. And if not, and you just try to hold it, he's very patient with us. At the same time, he'll put pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure on until you do the right thing, until the time is over for that pressure. And then something just really gets exploded from that. And so unless you quickly put a judgment on something where Jehovah's putting the pressure on and get something clean, then he'll cover that. But if not, and you just think you can cover something, the thing just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that reading today started out, he just continued to actually just do that very same thing in the process of unfolding something. It kept growing and growing and growing until I finally was just like, my God, I really understand a lot of things now, and why some things have happened with me. You know, when this process started with me about 3 years ago, but I think it was about maybe 7 months into the crap that started with me, I had found all kinds of things, even from my childhood, that Jehovah was allowing my eyes to see some things right there in plain sight that was hidden. And I've gotten on here just recently and talked about how I read scripture all my life, and now look at it and go, my gosh, I've read that verse several times before and never read it like that, and see it like I see that now. But something came out the other day on a reading that I did not upload, but I did speak about it at the end of the reading. I didn't go into all the detail of it, but I did a reading on I guess it was now 2 days ago. Was it yesterday or the day before? Whenever it was. The energy flow for me was just, my gosh, it was just huge coming through me. And I asked a specific question about a specific person in my family, first and last name, and a yes came out. Now, after I got off of the camera, I sat there and again asked, and I got yeses from my question to the divine, because he don't lie to you and I. And he says, you want to know something, I'll tell you. And he puts things on our knower on the inside for us to listen to that, so that we know how to walk and which way to go and not to go and stuff like that. And you know, Jehovah's mysterious anyway. He is. He's mysterious. Let me fix this. This is bothering me. Anyway, it's a little bit too high for me. But anyway, I have found, going back to what I was originally stating, that I had went back and I had found some pictures and stuff. I've actually shared this on my channel before. I found a picture of my son who had some props propped up a certain way around him by a specific person who put those props there, who took that picture, who is still connected to my family today. And that was the person in whom I asked had hit me off for murder. And Jehovah said, yes, they did. And they did for a long time. Kept it quiet. It was right there hidden in my family. And for a long time worked on some things where I'm concerned. And weaved a web, horrible web, where my family was concerned. And today that reading was just extremely profound. Babies have gotten hurt, people. And the thing about it is people know about it. People know about it, and why people just sit there and not do a thing about it. It's beyond me. It's like, where are the truthful people in the world? People sit here and know that I've suffered on the other end of this phone, and knowing that somebody tried to pay somebody off the other day because Jehovah told us so, where a contract is connected to, where people know that they know I got money and it's being suppressed and somebody stole it, and I need my money to pay my bills, in which I've always paid my bills, and they did it on purpose, try to get me out on the street so they can hunt me. But you can't hunt me because Jehovah's arms are around me. The snake gets hunted now, and the snake knows that its time is up. And regardless what takes place with me, I will turn right around and chase the snake and crush it and take its head because of what it did to me. And Jehovah's word's not going to return void to him. It's the time in history where the wicked, they get taken out of the land. They are the ones that get shaken out of the land. No more sacrificing children. It's time for the earth to rest and to enter in its true Sabbath, where the lion will lay down with the lamb and the child can put its hand in the asp's hole, and it's not going to be affected by that. That's the kind of earth that we are going to get, whether people like it or not. The snake that eats the doo-doo is going away, and they will have no more say. And people need to get up and renounce wickedness that they have taken some type of, they've agreed with hell itself, and hell hath enlarged itself because people won't pass the test. And yet the chain can be taken off because the devil is a man. He ain't some, he's a man, people, who can't pass a test. He's a fugitive who will run from you when you resist him. But if you give in to him, he'll hunt you and eat you. He don't care. It's time to get up from the stupid organization that thinks that they got some type of a hold on you. That's a lie from the devil. It's a lie from some man that told you if you say or if you do. Well, you say, really? What are you going to do? Because the truth is going to set this thing free. You're going to not hurt the babies. No more. And may the people stand up and get a clue about this stupid group that's trying to be protected outside the city walls. They know what they've done. They know what they've done. And my babies have gotten mixed up with that kind of stuff. It's a shame. It's a real shame. But it is what it is at this point. And there was a bigger cause for me to have to walk this road so that more people could know, and this thing could be burnt down to the ground like it needs to be burnt down to the freaking ground. This is disgusting behavior in our earth. It's disgusting in our cities. We need to have a governmental overthrow, and we're going to have one because Jehovah's government is being set up in the land. Now, what side are you on, people? Because today is the Shabbat. You're either going to rest or you're not. And how do we rest? We rest by bringing salvation to the land, by bringing peace to people's hearts, by calling out quickly, those people who think they're going to woo you a certain way or seduce you or speak out both sides of their mouth, that brings a city into a snare, and it brings nothing but aggravation and anger upon our leadership, because nobody has been taught how to really listen to the true divine. But you can't know the secret unless you keep the commandments. His secret is wrapped up within those who keep the commandments. So if you want to be grafted in, you keep the commandments. You love the Most High. You listen to his voice. And you said, don't do this, and you don't do it. Do this, then you do it. Regardless what everybody else said. Oh, God wouldn't tell you to do that. Well, look, Jehovah's doing a new thing in the earth. And he's bringing peace to the land. And it's time for us to stand up and march on in there and proclaim that. And bring liberty to those who have been set captive in their home by the stupid snake that's tried to hide something that was very perverse that came out in that reading. Talk about a plague from Elohim. That was perverseness. And it just brought more perverseness to the family, because family was trying to hide it. And so you was just like, okay, well, I'll really, you think you're going to hide something like that when all you had to do is just take care of it then, and you just keep suppressing it? Well, now the whole world's going to know what you did. That's how it works, people. You don't do something very quickly for me. You're going to bring a plague even upon your own home. And for you to sit there and watch somebody go through things that I've went through just because somebody's afraid of a lizard, that's you're afraid of perverseness in the sense of it overtaking you, then you're weak. You're weak. Let the weak say, I am strong and I can do this. And every tongue that tries to rise up against me, I'm going to condemn it, because it's our heritage to do that. We have a duty to uproot wickedness in this land at the command of Jehovah's word. And I expect for it to happen. I won't take no for an answer, because Jehovah gave yeses, 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 yeses today, and positive outcomes for his people who walk in truth. You don't get to hunt me, and you don't get to win. You perverseness have been exposed. Bye-bye now. You go in prison for plotting and murdering and taking inheritances that don't belong to you. We get to eat Leviathan now, because that's what the scripture stated. The dragon gets cut up and given to his people for the food now. They get consumed in the end. It's disgusting what they've done. But now judgment has come upon them for their nasty plague that they brought straight from Elohim himself. I just wanted to share that. I'll be back later to do a reading. Thanks for listening.